Everybody loves Batman. Well, most everybody loves Batman. A lot of people would consider Batman their favorite superhero. Batman games have been extremely hit or miss throughout the years. On one hand, you've got the Arkham series, but on the other, you've got stinkers based on the TV shows. But what are the absolute best experiences the Dark Knight has ever given us in video game form? Welcome to Chaos Gaming, everybody. It's Batman time. We're going to go over that exactly. These are going to be the 5 best Batman games of all time. Drop a like, make sure you have those notifications fully turned on across the board. Thank you for all the love and support on the page. Here we go. You let me know which one is your favorite. This month's giveaway is for your choice of a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. All you have to do to enter is drop a like, make sure you're subscribed, and leave a comment with your Twitter handle so we can get hold of you telling me which one you want. The winner is picked at the end of the month. Good luck. Starting things off is Batman: The Enemy Within. Now, Telltale has been rather consistent throughout the years. Known for their interactive story games, their first outing with The Dark Knight was Batman: The Telltale series in 2016. This one wasn't received too well, but then in late 2017, we got a sequel called The Enemy Within, and this game, it nailed it. The Enemy Within was a traditional Telltale episodic adventure game, and it was split into 5 parts. The story mainly revolved around the Joker, as many great Batman stories do, and it also included appearances from Catwoman, Mr. Freeze, Bane, and Harley Quinn, and since this was a Telltale game, you had a ton of control over what happened, and it was extremely replayable. The Enemy Within was a great Batman game, and while it was light on the actual gameplay, it was a really good story. Next up is Batman Begins. Now, movie tie-in games usually aren't very good, and while Batman Begins isn't anything groundbreaking, it was a solid action game. It's also nice to be able to control Christian Bale's version of Batman, released in June of 2005 for the GameCube, the PS2, and the Xbox. Batman Begins was a stealth action game. It closely followed the events of the movie with some creative liberties for the sake of gameplay. Every actor from the movie returned to voice their characters in the game, and as it stands, this is the only real video game portrayal of Christopher Nolan's Batman universe, so it's got a little extra novelty to it there. The stealth segments were heavily inspired by the early Splinter Cell games, while the combat sections were like a traditional beat-em-up. So in many ways, the Batman Begins game was a precursor to the Arkham series with the way that it separated the different gameplay styles from different sections of the story. Like I said, nothing amazing or groundbreaking, just solid and super fun. At number 3 today, Lego Batman the video game. I don't think anybody expected this game to be so good. Released in 2008, Lego Batman was a traditional Lego game, structured in the same vein as their Star Wars and their Indiana Jones games. However, this one had a much heavier focus on melee combat, and there was a ton of different suits for Batman and Robin to use, all with their own abilities which factored into the puzzle solving. I mean, the treasure hunting was fun. Lego Batman also completely had their own original story, and it would let you play through the entire thing as Batman and Robin, but then you could play it all over again from the villain's perspective, doubling the length of the campaign while also giving you a massive roster of characters to play, which, again, greatly increased the scale of treasure hunting that Lego games are known for. This game is honestly excellent. It's full of humor, fan service, and good gameplay. At number 2, Batman Arkham Asylum. Now, people were cautious of Arkham Asylum when it was revealed. After all, superhero games were pretty hit or miss during the mid-2000s, so when a brand new development studio reveals they're making this large-scale Batman game, people were skeptical. But what we ended up getting was one of the best superhero games of all time in the beginning, of one of the best franchises in the last couple decades. Arkham Asylum took an open-world approach to the levels, and it let you take full advantage of Batman's arsenal of gadgets. The story was excellent. I mean, it was. It brought you all your favorite characters from the comics, and many of them being voiced by their animated series actors like Mark Hamill, Kevin Conroy, and Arlene Sorkin. But what really blew people away was the gameplay. Not only was the combat system unique at the time and extremely addicting, but the Predator missions, they were done really, really good. You would be dropped into this big open area with a certain number of enemies roaming around looking for you as you picked them off one by one, and all the remaining foes started to panic and get more scared. Asylum is a fantastic game and a fantastic Batman experience. And at number 1, Batman Arkham City. Now, Arkham City took the excellent foundation of Arkham Asylum and it expanded upon it in every way you could think. A bigger story, a bigger sandbox, more gadgets, more combat options, more villains, a deeper stealth mechanics. I mean, it made you feel like the Dark Knight. Arkham City may not have been as groundbreaking or surprising as the first in the series, but it perfected pretty much everything in the formula. So in terms of Batman video games, this one was almost perfect. I know, there's a few things here and there that hold it back from that perfect 100 out of 100, but as it stands, it's about as close as you can get. And I think it's more than deserving of the number 1 spot being the best Batman video game of all time. You guys let me know where we got it right. Let me know where we got it wrong. Check out the videos on the screen now, and I'll see you soon.